Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today for our information session with Farmers Insurance. We in Career Services here at WT, we are excited to have Micah Sarton with Farmers Insurance, and he's going to give a presentation and an overview about farmers, and then we'll ask him some questions at the end. So Micah, thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. I know that in talking with Carl and a few other alumni, everybody speaks very highly of WT students. So we are super excited to get plugged in and get to know some of y'all and talk about the opportunities that we've got. So, I'm going to call it the crown jewel of farmers right now is when we look at the different opportunities is what we call the Protege Program. And so what this is an opportunity for young, entrepreneurial, business-minded students. Provides them an opportunity and a platform to enter the business, and Farmers really gives them the infrastructure, the training, and the support to become successful business owners as they continue into their career. So if you'll just go to the next slide. There's really, like I said, the Protege Program, just diving a little bit into it as far as what that looks like. You kind of got those three big bullet points there. We're going to learn, we're going to earn, and we're going to lead. So let's talk about that learn part first. Okay. So the Protege Program is designed to be what's called a mentorship. Okay. And so what that means is that you're going to be placed as a protege underneath one of our, we're going to call them a mentor agency owner in our district. Now, for someone to be a mentor agency owner in District 80, they've had to have a proven track record of success. They've had to have been in the business for quite some time, and they've had to have, like I said, been successful in doing so and successful at developing people. And so we're very, very selective with who we allow to be mentor agents. Because we do know that that is somebody that's going to be investing and spending a lot of time with you. So what this is they're going to bring you in under their agency in a sales role where you're going to be learning the ropes of sales and what that looks like in our organization. And then along the way, that business owner, the agency owner, is going to be coaching you and training you and preparing you to be an agency owner in the future. So during that time, obviously you're going to be receiving compensation. That's where the earn part is. You are going to be making money. This is not one of those deals where come in and work for the experience. We're going to pay you very well during that time. But I will say, as someone who has been through a very similar program, looking back on it, the compensation was great. But the biggest thing that I think you will take away from this is your personal and professional growth. I can promise you that it is a program that will push you and that will stretch you, and that you will come out on the other side much stronger and more developed person. So you're going to earn, you're going to learn, and then that lead part is what I think is really the flagship here is the fact that we're going to give the opportunity to someone that goes through that Protege Program the opportunity to be an agency owner in the future. Okay, so if you look at the past, right, in order to get into the insurance business as an agency owner, you had to have a lot of money to the tune of, $50,000 to $70,000, okay? And so what that created was an agency owner age that was right around 58, 59 years old. And this is industry-wide, not just farmers. And so what farmers is realize is that capital requirement is what's caused that. And so farmers developed this Protege Program as a way around that. And so through this program and through learning from a mentor, farmers actually is willing to say, because you've done this and you've learned X, Y, and Z from the mentor agent, we're going to take the risk on ourselves. We're going to waive the capital requirement, and then we're going to support you with some additional revenue as you begin your career as an agency owner. So it's really a fantastic opportunity and very unique for the industry. So if you'll go to the next slide. So these are just a few of the things that we look at contractually when we're bringing on a protege. Okay, so these are, the first thing is that through the interview process, we have to decide if we think you would be a good fit or not. We're not an organization that hires the masses and, just allows anybody into the program. We're very, very selective in our vetting process. And we want to ensure that you're going to be successful before we take the chance and bring you on. So that's the first thing, is the interviews. The other thing is a background check. It's very basic, but we got to make sure that you're within good standing with the law. That's more of a Texas insurance department than it is anything. The other thing is your insurance licenses. Now, these are things that we help you attain. So it's essentially 2 tests. It's the property and casualty exam, and then the life, accident, and health exam. These will license you to give advice, counsel, solicit, and sell insurance products with the state of Texas. So there's 2 exams. They are certainly not difficult. And typically are able to be accomplished both of them within 20 to 30 days. And the great thing with Farmers, again, I mentioned they're going to give you plenty of resources. We're going to cover the cost on that for you as you come into our program. So the other last piece, and this training is kind of done through the program. It's not a prerequisite. But this is just something that I think was important to put in there. The University of Farmers is an award-winning corporate training program. It's state-of-the-art, where they're going to go in and kind of share with you what it's going to take to become a successful agency owner. Everything from here's how to sell an auto policy to here's how to manage your payroll, and here's how to hire staff, and here's how to performance manage your team. So it's a combination of online at your own pace training combined with the district office, which is where I work, and support to do more hands-on training with you as well. So next slide. So again, just kind of what that protege training looks like. Right, we're going to do the University of Farmers, which is kind of the textbook. That's kind of how I want you to think of that, as a very textbook learning. We're going to couple that with district level hands-on training from myself and then the rest of my team. So we're going to have monthly meetings with our proteges that are going to be, like I said, designed to prepare you for small business ownership, agency ownership. We're going to have bi-weekly production meetings where we're going over your production to make sure that you're on track. And then we're going to have weekly scheduled meetings with your mentor where we're doing intentional training and mentorship from those mentor agents. So next slide. So pay structure. Which this is something that we all care about, right? It's definitely something that's important to all of us. So in the Protege program, your pay structure will ultimately be decided upon by the agency owner that we choose for you. Typically, it is going to be along the lines of a base salary plus commission during that time that you are a protege. That base and then the commission percentages are negotiated between the protege candidate and the agency owner. But just know that there's a lot of opportunity financially. It's definitely something that you're going to get out of it exactly what you put in. The other side of it is that there will be a lot of fun promotions. We do a lot of really fun stuff to engage you and give you additional, revenue to go after. We just recently did a promotion where agents that were writing consistently some of our life products, we actually bonus them $500 for that month. But there's all sorts of fun stuff that we do. And particularly once you get into agency ownership, we do a lot of fun things. We take a trip to the beach every year. Last year, they actually farmers rented out Disney World for a full day for some of our top performing agents. So there's just tons of really fun promotions that are for the whole family. So just something to kind of keep in mind. We're going to really reward those that excel with this company. Farmers is actively looking for new ways to reward people. Again, compensation is going to be negotiated between you and the agency owner of choosing. So next slide. So next steps. So if the Protege program is something that you're interested in, the first thing that we need to do is schedule an interview with the associate district manager, which is myself. And that's really where we will take a deeper look into the program, answer any questions that you've got, and then also just spend some time getting to know you. It's going to be a very typical formal interview. We ask that you bring a resume to that. And right now, those interviews may be a little different, maybe over Zoom, but certainly hope to get back to normal soon. So from that point, if I decide that we believe you'd be a good fit and that this is something that you'd be interested in, we would go ahead and we would go ahead and get you set up to interview with that mentor agent. And then from there, we would work through all of the necessary steps like licensing, the background check, and get you plugged in with our district training program. And there's my contact information. That is my cell phone number. That is the best way to reach me. I do not spend a lot of time in the office. And then my email as well there. But by far, best way to reach me is to give me a call. So if you are interested, give me a call, shoot me a text, and we can get something set up for a quick interview.
Thank you so much, Micah. So tell us, so you said that you are a district manager for farmers. And so, as far as your career path, do you have your own agency or do you work for Farmers Corporate? How does that work?
Yeah, so great question. Farmers a few years ago created this, it's a separate tier within Farmers known as the district office. And what the district office is designed to do is to act as sort of a liaison between corporate farmers and the agency force. So we are independent contractors. We're essentially a privately owned business. And I think this is brilliant of Farmers. But we